Well, here we go, folks. It's morning again. And we definitely have to go to Putin and Prigozhin, the Wagner chief. And Plan C. Plan C. Seems to really be working very well. Now, what is it? Oh my God. Prigozhin and the Wagner troops have been moved to Belarus so they can attack Poland. Hell, anything's possible. But like I say, when you base it on Plan C, what is the news? Oh, the little strip between Kurdistan, Russian territory, and Poland. Yeah, Plan C really seems to be working. Poland's moving all kinds of troop and equipment up there. And NATO and the USA is still all messed up with mass confusion over just what the hell Putin and Prigozhin are up to. But if you look at the scenario, Ukraine's counteroffensive, what's it been now, 6-7 weeks? Supposedly taking a few miles. Mostly just ground. But the counteroffensive sure seems like it's not going nowhere. For anybody that's ever been engaged in war. I've seen hills throughout history. It's taken weeks, a month to take them. And sometimes what you find out is when you have commanders, is it stupid to waste 500 lives to take a hill that you're going to leave by the next day? And 2 days later, the enemy is back on the hill again. So what did the commanders expect to achieve? To show that they could throw in a lot of men's lives and equipment to take a hill that had no value whatsoever. And that seems to be what's happening in Ukraine. Ukraine is taking a few acres at the cost of a lot of lives and equipment. How's it going to end? Most people that are familiar with war, now I don't mean these so-called commanders that are in the USA or Britain or France. They haven't won a damn thing since World War II, so to speak. So their information that they're giving out means very little to me, because most all of them are really failures. Well, let's see. Kuwait. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we kicked the shit out of a third-rate, almost a fourth-rate Iraqi military in Kuwait. Half the damn equipment didn't even work. Half of it didn't even have shells for it. But what did we amass? 500,000 troops. All the biggest tanks, all the biggest artillery, all the fighter jets and bombers and helicopters that the USA force has at their control to beat a third-rate, fourth-rate military in Kuwait. Wow, big-ass victory. Big-ass victory. Oh, well. They call it a victory. Me, I call it a disgrace, really. I call it a disgrace. But anyway, how's this counteroffensive going to pay off? It's not going to. It will be ineffective. It will be unsuccessful. And like I say, all it's doing is just costing a lot of Ukrainian lives, and some Russians, of course, and a lot of equipment, which in the case of equipment, USA and NATO and the warmongers, they love it because hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Because now all these NATO countries, we got to have this, we got to have more of this, we got to have better of this. We just got to support those warmongers going out of style. While all their poor, hard-working, sweating taxpayers have to pay those ridiculous bills. Hell, my kids, my grandkids, hell, they'll still be, and their kids probably will be trying to figure out how to pay all that money back around the world. Anyway, that's basically my input. Putin and Boghossian, their plan C seems to really have the world all upset and excited. And like I say, the Ukraine counteroffensive is not going to be very effective. Not very effective whatsoever. Anyway, folks, I'm sure I hear a lot of negative comments about this, but that's all right. That's what it's all about. But some days, sometime, takes a lot of time for some people to finally get smart and figure out what all the problem is about. Who benefits? Who loses? But one thing for sure, Russia is not going to give up. They want the East and the South. Russians have been living there for many, many, many years, ever since Ukraine was part of Russia. And that's the end of the story, folks. That's the end of the story. Russia will not give up. And NATO and the USA, they keep pushing that borderline. And we thought 1963 was close to a nuke problem. NATO and USA is sure pushing this nuke problem. And being that nobody knows what these people really are thinking or what their goal really is, besides profiteering,